If you've been thinking that life seems like it's become a bit of a movie recently, that's because clearly it has. Welcome to the Matrix and the Tao of Covid-19. So where shall I start? I guess I should tell you a little bit about myself. I am a psychotherapist, intuitive life coach, and sci-fi enthusiast. But I'm also a fan of philosophy, metaphysics, mysticism, and Taoism. So what is Taoism? It's much more than just a philosophy or a religion. It's a system of beliefs and practices with the emphasis on living in harmony. The Taoist symbol is the yin and the yang, representing light and dark, night and day, positive and negative, etc., etc. Now, this is not the same as the Western system of dualism, where there's two opposites in conflict. It's not the case of black and white, as you can see from the yin and yang symbol. There is light within the dark, dark within the light. These aspects come together to create the Tao, which is translated as the way, the path, or the road. This is also known as Wu Wei. Not to be confused with Wuhan, the province where Covid-19 broke out, or Staten Island rap collective Wu Tang. The Taoist principle of Wu Wei is similar to the Buddhist goal of non-attachment, or clinging to the idea of an individual ego. When you move beyond the individual ego attachments, you begin to see the bigger picture and experience more harmony or Wu Wei. So there's always a balance, there's always a middle way. However, in life, we're constantly being fed the idea of conflicting opposites. Materialism versus spiritualism. Capitalism versus communism, socialism, or Marxism. There's even conflict between vegans and non-vegans. But let's not go there. And if you're seen to support one of these ideas or movements, you're considered non-sympathetic to the perceived opposite. Yet nothing in nature is truly black or white. Look at the symbol of the yin and yang. There is light within the dark and dark within the light. You can also look at this as there is truth within the lie and a lie within the truth. Every lie has to have some element of truth within it. Otherwise, you just wouldn't believe it, isn't it? Conspiracy theorists believe that for centuries, the deep state or cabal have been working through religion, the media, the education system, conventional medicine, and what we watch on television, to keep us locked in the left brain, to keep us locked in a limited field of perception, drawing parallels with one of my favourite movies, The Matrix. Now, some people have told me that The Matrix to them was just another martial arts film, and to some people that's all it was. And that's fair enough, right? We see the world through our own unconscious filters. This relates to music and art. I might see a Picasso picture and think, yeah, lovely blend of colours. Look at those amazing brush strokes. Another person might come along and say, no, that's just a squiggly line. So you see art through a filter, and this includes movies. If you've studied or been exposed to the deeper religious and philosophical themes in the film The Matrix, no doubt you would have spotted these upon watching. So what's the film about? It's set in a future where machines have imprisoned mankind in a computer-generated virtual system called the Matrix. In one of the most iconic and memorable moments of the film, Morpheus offers Neo the choice of the red pill or the blue pill. Take the blue pill and the story ends. You will wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you will stay in Wonderland, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Essentially, the choice is life outside the Matrix or life within it. The world outside the Matrix is a grey, dystopian world where your only choice is to eat food that looks like this. The Matrix, although capitalist-driven, in contrast is a more colourful place. Maybe even safer considering. life in the simulation also has the lure of the woman in the red dress. There's also men in dark suits. And let's face it, whatever your fantasy or quirk, you will find it within the simulation. Me personally, I love food. Inside the Matrix, you can go to restaurants and eat nice food. Even though it's an illusion, it probably tastes good, right? Ignorance is bliss. And I'm not sure I really want to eat that. Maybe you would agree. Perhaps the film had a much greater impact on the psyche of humanity than we realize. Perhaps this is why we saw so many empty supermarket shelves at the start of the pandemic. I heard the Matrix is coming. It's on its way. We need to stockpile all the food. Don't want to have to eat that porridge stuff. Nah, it's all vegan, innit? That's what I heard. I ain't having it, mate. So you often hear people say, gotta leave the Matrix, man. Yeah, but go where? There? Oh yeah, that looks lovely, doesn't it? Yeah, wow. Oh, let me get my bags. Where are my bags? Let me pack my suitcase. Don't forget your shorts and sunglasses, hey? Look, life outside the Matrix is nothing new. That's where we were during the pandemic, and it's where we are right now in 2020. Now, I found this interesting post on social media the other day. So, Morpheus gives Neo the red pill, blue pill spill. What happens if you take the red pill, Neo asks. Morpheus replies, the same, but strawberry flavour. Very funny, but is there an element of truth in this? Inside the Matrix, you get harassed by the agents of the machines. Outside the Matrix, you get harassed by the actual machines themselves, these giant robot squids. Clearly, it's the case of the lesser of two evils. Is this reflective of the lack of any real choice or credible alternative in society? You may have a mainstream media channel and an alternative news channel. And when you dig a little bit deeper, they're both owned by the same umbrella media. Or in politics, where you have a left wing and a right wing, both controlled by the same bird. So, red pill, blue pill, what would you choose? What would I choose? Well, neither, quite obviously. To me, that's not even a real choice, it's an illusion. To me, that represents the old paradigm of polarized opposites, which have become so extreme, they each equate to the same thing. Lack of balance, lack of harmony, lack of equality. It didn't work, it won't work, it's not natural, and it's not real. To me, it's very clear and obvious that life outside the Matrix is just an extension of the Matrix. A simulation within a simulation. A matrix within the matrix. Now, we've seen the imbalance that lack of any real alternative can cause. This is played out in the Matrix when Cypher betrays Neo and Morpheus in order to enjoy a better life in the Matrix. So he makes a deal with Agent Smith to have his memory wiped and be reinserted into the Matrix. And who could blame him, given the limited choices that he had and what he experienced of life outside of the Matrix? There you see, have another look. Have another look. It's certainly not a picturesque holiday retreat. It's definitely not some colourful spiritual utopia. So, taking the red pill has been likened to going down the rabbit hole and discovering the world of conspiracies. So I'm not saying don't go down the rabbit hole. No. Do whatever you feel is right for you on your path. If you do decide to jump down the rabbit hole, here's my advice. 1. Take a parachute. The hole is very deep, and you want to make sure that you land on your feet. 2. Take a torch with you. It can get pretty dark down there. There's lots of people down there that are stuck. You might want to shine your light. Bring some lightness and laughter. Laughter and humor lightens the soul. Free, take a harness with you. At some point you're going to need to come out to get another perspective. Watch some comedies. Connect with your spirituality. Whatever you do, don't get trapped down the rabbit hole. If you're experiencing the rabbit hole for the first time, I know exactly what you're going through. In the 2000s, I started exploring conspiracies myself. I went deep, right to the core. It was challenging. At times I couldn't sleep. It changed the way I saw the world forever. But at the same time, it made me the person who I am. It was one of the most creative and enlightening times of my life. It opened me up to seeing the bigger picture. I know exactly what you're going through. You may feel like you're losing your mind. You may be speaking your mind. You may be losing friends. But you'll gain so much more in the end. And you'll discover exactly who are your friends. So, back to red pill, blue pill. If Morpheus was a Taoist, maybe he would offer Neo a different choice. What would that choice look like? If it was a pill, what color would it be? Maybe that pill would be purple. Why purple? It's a mix of red and blue. Well, with a bit of white, but let's not get too technical. Or maybe the white would bring an extra bit of light, more clarity. So what would the purple pill do? Well, firstly, it will take you beyond the red pill, blue pill illusion, allowing you to see the real world, perhaps for the very first time. A peaceful world without an agent or mechanical octopus, where there's no yucky oatmeal for dinner, lunch, and breakfast. You could safely move in and out of the various matrix and enjoy all the benefits of each. Purple or indigo is a highly spiritual color. It is the color of the sixth chakra, located in the third eye. This is also known as the pineal gland. Mystics believe this is the gateway to higher states of consciousness. Free movement between the left and right brain hemispheres, allowing you to explore all the wonders of creativity, the imagination, inner vision, and beauty. You'll be able to use your psychic powers and channel esoteric wisdom while remaining rational in your thinking. The opening of the third eye will allow you to see the bigger picture, all truths, non-truths, and everything in between, enabling you to see things from another perspective. How your own personal story fits in with humanity as a collective, and how the story of planet Earth fits in with the larger context of the universe. So, thank you for staying till the end of this video. You could see it as a bit of art, a bit of fun, or you could choose to take it seriously. Or maybe a bit of both. Maybe that's the Tao. Maybe that's the path. If there's something you liked that resonated with you, please take that with you. If there's something that you didn't like, just leave that behind. Remember, nothing is right or wrong. Nothing is black or white. Now, there is a like button down there somewhere. There's also maybe a dislike button somewhere, but there's nothing in between. But that's not of my doing. I didn't create the system. Perhaps we could create a new one. So please press the like button, subscribe to my channel. You might also want to check out my other video, Star Trek and the Tao of Covid-19. If it hasn't been uploaded yet, hopefully it's not been taken down. Thank you very much. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day.